there. Thank you all for joining today. My name is Nancy Vance, and I am the Head of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Onfido. And I am here today to take you through the Onfido Experience. And before we dive in, let's watch a quick video to orient ourselves to exactly what it is we do here at Onfido.
Identity verification in an online world is complex. Businesses are under pressure to onboard good customers quickly, but fraudsters are constantly evolving. That's why we built Onfido Atlas, our award-winning AI, built from the ground up to power fair, fast, and accurate identity verification. Fair identity verification gives you better performance across a global market for increased customer acquisition and lower fraud. And fair results start with good data. Our team of researchers and experts have worked over a decade to train our machine learning models based on millions of global samples, so Atlas can tell what's real and what's fraudulent. We carefully balance samples across demographics to reflect real-world variations in race and ethnicity. Then we train our models to reduce bias and improve performance across demographic groups, making it easy for customers to access your business. That's why we've won awards for Atlas's bias mitigation and how we give you market-leading results you can trust. Onfido Atlas helps give you fair results, but also helps you to not lose good customers by keeping them waiting. Fully automated ID verification means you get powerful analysis fast. 95% of IDs are verified in under 10 seconds. Improved turnaround times, clear rates, and fraud accuracy, all with minimal friction to your customer. Automation is how Onfido helps with surges in volume when manual processes can't keep up. So performance is consistent whether you're onboarding 10 or 10,000 people. Accurate identity verification means the smallest signs of fraud have to be examined, so your business and your customers stay protected. How do we do this? We break down the complex problem of fraud into more than 10,000 specialized micromodels, each dedicated to different tasks and tuned to detect specific fraud markers. Onfido Atlas detects pixel-level variation in texture, shape, color, font, and telltale fraud features in a document or biometric sample. This means Atlas gives you more accurate results and catches over 50% more document fraud. It also means we can retrain Atlas faster, reacting fast to protect businesses from new fraud techniques that our in-house experts discover. So you're always one step ahead of fraud. Onfido Atlas, the AI that provides fast, fair, and accurate identity verification, so your business can provide an exceptional user experience while staying ahead of fraud. Onfido, digital identity made simple.
As mentioned in the video, we are an award-winning AI-powered identity verification company. We're an end-to-end configurable identity solution that powers global verification with a library of global verification methods, local compliance expertise, and again, award-winning fraud technologies. And our mission is to power open, secure, and inclusive relationships between businesses and their customers around the world. And our vision is to simplify digital identity for everyone. And you don't have to take our word for it. We're working with over 1,000 organizations across the globe, including Okta and Salesforce, to name a few. And if you think what it is that we do is interesting, just wait until you learn about life at Onfido.
I'm Sophie, and I'm a software engineer in the London-based tech team.
My name is Michael. I'm a client service manager in San Francisco. My name is Patricia, and I'm a People and Culture Manager for the Lisbon team at Onfido.
I'm Harvinder, and I'm Director of Operations India.
My name is Joel. I'm the Solutions Engineer based here in New York City.
I think one thing that is absolutely awesome about Onfido is that the team is very diverse, but there's like the same personality quality where everyone's extremely friendly and welcoming.
It's a very warm and welcoming place to be in. Everybody greets you generally with a smile, even a hug most of the times. I don't get too many handshakes, I get more hugs than handshakes.
I had a fear that being in a remote location, it will be really challenging for me to be part of the Onfido core team. But what I realized, people are so accessible and system is so transparent in their own culture. So I've never felt that I'm working from a remote location. It always feels like I'm part of the same core team.
I think that's one of our strengths. We get people coming from different backgrounds and different experiences, and everyone here is open to sharing, learning from one another, and then teaching each other as well.
The great thing about being part of the Onfido tech team is there are opportunities for you to be mentored by senior people in the team. Everyone's always willing to take the time to explain things to you, which I really appreciated being a junior person.
Onfido really encourages you to continue learning, to continue teaching, and it's a two-way street here. And I think that's what makes Onfido very special.
To be able to help the people develop their own careers and see how they grow since the first time they are here is the most interesting part.
I like on Friday culture. Every co-founder comes and talks about company's vision, current structure, current challenges, and how all of us can come together to solve those problems.
I've always really loved On Fridays, and going to London for the first time, seeing On Friday live. For some reason, I was kind of just starstruck. I thought that everything there were just so great.
Onfido's vision, it applies to everything, especially how we interact with this world now. How do we trust the person on the other side, right? When you're not face-to-face, right? How do we provide access to opening a bank account, to renting a car, to renting a house? All of those things apply. And there's a clear vision that we're all focused in on, and we're all headed in the same direction. That's what makes me excited to be here at Onfido.
The cool thing with Onfido and the product that we're building is we happen to be in line with societal changes and technological developments. So it's a real challenge every day to try and think about how we can improve the product to always be in line with what consumers are looking for.
If you want to be part of a great company that's innovative, that's leading in tech, and that's disrupting the identity verification space, this is the place to be.
My first impression at Onfido was this will be like a huge challenge. And it was like, wow, this is going to be huge for my career.
All right. Thanks for touring through life at Onfido together. And as you can see from that montage, when you work at Onfido, you can feel the values that drive the organization and just about everything we do. At Onfido, we are driven by the values of creating customer buzz. So really crafting an experience that customers can rave about, succeeding together, achieving collective impact by being generous with time, care, and expertise, taking pride. So really caring intensely about the company's success and what we do together. Finding a better way, such an important one. The assumption that there's always room for improvement, whether it's baby steps or great leaps. The only way for progress is to experiment. And then one of my very favorites is learn things and share them. Be voracious. Read, go to conferences like Black Tech Fest and meetups, and be constantly in pursuit of new understanding. And when you have it, plug it back into the community. And here you see some of those values playing out in pictures. Whether it's through an employee resource volunteer event or sponsoring Black Tech Fest, we are quite simply better together. And at Onfido, we know that you're not just bringing your expertise and your skills with you, you're bringing your head, your body, and your heart. And for that reason, Onfido invests in benefits such as mental well-being, flexible work, giving back to the community, and so forth. One of my favorite benefits is the sabbatical after 5 years. I love seeing where Onfidoers go and what they do with their 1 month free time. And at Onfido, we believe that great work can happen anywhere. For example, I am in San Diego, California, in the US right now. And again, you can work from home 100% of the time, or if you work in a country where you've got an office, you can work from there. And we encourage you to work where you're basically happiest and most productive. So if you want a change of scenery, Onfido is happy for you to work for anywhere in the world for up to 2 months a year. We developed this approach after asking our colleagues what was important to them. And at Onfido, we focused on great results, balance, and sustained productivity. And speaking of flexible work, let's check out how Homefidos get the most out of a remote first environment.
Hey, everybody. Today is International Remote Employee Appreciation Day. And at Onfido, we're a remote first company. So here's some highlights we're going to share with you on how our Homefidoers bring their best selves to work every day.
I love being a Homefido because as busy as life gets, I get my steps in on my treadmill desk. And there's nothing better than the extra snuggles I get from my little boys before and after their school instead of having to commute.
Hey, I love to be a Onfido because I have time for things that matter to me.
I just got back from a 2-week stay in Dallas, Texas, where I was able to spend some quality time with my sister and her family. I have a nephew and 3 nieces, and I wouldn't have been able to get that quality time with them. Just getting to see them go through their normal routines, but then also keep up with work is truly a privilege in my life. So thanks, Onfido.
Working remotely for me means I got to move from England to the other side of the world to be able to live in the same place as my wife. And I get to work with this beautiful New England nature all around me.
Being remote allows me to be a better son. It allows me to take care of my parents better because now that they're getting older, they have a lot of appointments that they need to be at, and I am just a phone call away, and when they need me, I'll be there. Just like the song.
And despite the countless benefits from working from home, we know it's not always easy. So on behalf of Onfido, Augie and I would like to thank all of you remote workers at Onfido for inviting us into your home every day.
Thanks, everybody, for working through my technological less than advancements. And at Onfido, as you can see here, we're dedicated to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Come with us and we'll take a look around some of the things that we're doing. Here is a look at our impact statement, and it anchors all of the work that we do around diversity, equity, inclusion. It was written by Onfidoers for Onfidoers, and it reads like this. At Onfido, we're all responsible for building a diverse, inclusive, and accountable environment where employees of all backgrounds, experiences, and lifestyles feel a sense of belonging, mutual respect, and kindness. We promote a company where all of us can be empowered to be ourselves, embrace our uniqueness, and rise together. And in doing so, we positively aim to impact the world in which we live, work, and play. And when we think about that impact statement we created, we really put it to work on a framework that focuses on these 3 key areas: accountability and outreach, education and awareness, and development. And some examples around areas on these swim lanes that we have focused on over the course of the last few years, we put together a formalized DEI committee that reports up into the board. We have rolled out structured employee forums, employee resource groups, as well as implemented mentorship schemas across the business. We're continuing to iterate, but we are very pleased with our journey thus far.
What's special about Onfido? Let me tell you a story. 3 friends founded Onfido in 2012 to make it easier for people to access digital services. Their vision was to create a world where identity was the key to access.
10 years later, we're a global team of over 650 talented Onfiders.
We've helped over 170 million people prove their identity, ranging from banking to transportation to remote healthcare.
And we've caught over 8.5 million fraud attempts along the way, making us a global leader in identity verification.
But also a very great place to work.
The best part of working on Onfido is by far the people. Love the team, love the efforts collaboratively, and then you have fun.
Yeah, so I think the best part of working on Onfido is that it's a global company. And with global companies come a lot of global diverse ideas, and I really like that. And also, we get to be in London.
That's the rocket ship. The product is absolutely amazing, and people, they should just come and join the legendary team.
By 2023, 85% of organizations will be using document-based identity proofing as part of their onboarding workflows.
Our mission is to simplify digital identity for everyone.
There's always more to do and an incredible team to do it with.
It's been an amazing 10 years. Be part of the story and join us for the next 10.
Now that you've seen what it's like to work at Onfido, let's take a look at the careers at Onfido. Hiring, as I showcased in a previous slide, is a key part of our diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at Onfido. So take a look at Onfido's open positions and processes. We hire for a wide array of positions, including engineering and technology, growth, and business operations. Check it out at onfido.com/company/careers to see our open positions and become a part of our talent community. And at Onfido, our interview process is one that is structured and consistent to mitigate bias, just as our product does. And so it does vary depending on the position, but at minimum, you could expect a conversation with the recruiter, the hiring manager, and the chance to meet cross-functionally with stakeholders. And the goal is really to understand how your competencies fit for the role and to make sure you get a realistic understanding of what the role will be like and the entire Onfido experience. Thank you so much for taking the time to explore with me and meander around some of the Onfido experience, what it's like to live, work, and play within an organization like Onfido. My name again is Nancy Vance. I head up DEI globally here, and feel free to reach out to me for conversation on my LinkedIn, Nancy Vance. Thank you so much.